G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm sitting on a funny angle today because I have this. This is the LANEY IRF DUALTOP. It is a 60 watt amp from the Foundry range of pedals. You see the little pedals in the same sort of thing. It lights up red, which is super awesome. Now, this thing is absolutely packed full of features. Firstly, there is 2 channels, a clean channel and a dirty channel. This red knob here gives you a boost. It's got built-in reverb from the Secret Path pedal, which is like the LANEY Black Candy Customs pedal. There's a video about that on our channel. Go and check it out. It's got some EQ shaping on it. Now, on the back panel, there is also some really cool stuff going on. So the most exciting thing for me is that there's an XLR out with a cab sim. You can have it off. You can have it set as a 1x12, or you can have it set as a 4x12 or 2x12 and 4x12. There is also a speaker cabinet emulated headphone out, which is super awesome. There's an auxiliary in if you want to play along with some backing tracks or something. There is an effects loop, which I have this Boss delay pedal plugged into, and I've also got a Nobles there to go into the front of it to show you that a little bit later on. Next to that is the remote switch, so you can actually switch channels with a switch, and you can turn the boost on and off with a switch, which is also awesome. Then we have the loudspeaker out, and that goes to run your speaker cabinet. You can plug that into pretty much any cab you want. Now, besides that is a switch that lets you switch from 60 watts down to 1 watt, which is super duper awesome. And then next to that, of course, there is the input power supply, which is only 24 volts, which for a 60 watt amplifier really surprises me that it hits 24 volts. But anyway, there you go. Now, I don't have a foot switch in, so I'll be switching everything manually today. So this is the clean channel. You can get a little bit of hair out of it, as you can tell right now. Right up to sort of overdrive. That is drier than a Dead Dingo's dongle. So I'm just going to put some reverb on here. So there is actually a fair bit of gain available on tap there. Trying to keep my arm out of the way of the, my headstock out of the way of the amp while I'm playing. Don't know how successful I'm being. It does come from really nice and clean. Really nice and clean. All the way up to pretty dirty. Now, there are 3 different clipping options. So I've got it right set in the middle position. When you put the switch up, it gives you asymmetrical clipping. When I move the switch down, it'll move it to symmetrical clipping. And in the middle is just normal. Now I would actually run this as my clean channel. So I'll just put some dirt into the front of it from this Nobles and see how we go. So it takes a dirt pedal absolutely beautifully. Right, now I'm going to turn the boost on now. Again, I'm using the front panel, but you can plug a dual switch into the back to turn the boost and switch the channels. So, I'm trying to do that awkwardly so I don't hide the front panel. So all the way down it has no difference. So the boost actually has a pretty big sort of influence on the amount of gain you got there. But again, I would be running this as my clean channel. Yeah, I'd be running that as my clean channel. All right, so I'll flick it over. Now I've used this switch right here to change the channels. Again, there is a foot switch that you can plug in, which will change the channels and turn the boost on and off. I don't have one plugged in, so I'm just using the switches on the front. All right, so even with the gain all the way down, it's still pretty dirty. Bring the gain up to 12 o'clock, now you can really hear it kicking in. Yeah, that's great. Now there's a lot of gain there. Now this also has a three option switch, like the clean channel also had a clipping switch. This has a bright, normal and dark setting. Now it's gone from normal setting to dark. Back to normal. Up to bright. I'll leave it in the normal position just for, you know, that's because this is a demo, you know. That's all. Now I'm going to turn the boost on. So as you'd expect, there's a little tiny bit of noise there, but there is an enormous amount of gain going on there at the moment. So of course, because this is the dirty channel, it's already clipping pretty hard. The boost isn't going to give you any more volume. It's just going to give you more gain, more dirt. Which is pretty awesome. Now that I'm in the dirty channel, with the gain sort of rung all the way out, I'm just going to back that off a little bit. I'm going to punch the nobles into the front of it and see how we go. It loves the nobles in the front. Now, I've also got this delay pedal into the effects loop in the back. So that works beautifully as well. The effects loop on the back, that is awesome. So I've got the nobles going into the front of the amp, and I've got the effects loop in the back of the amp. So even though they're on the pedal board there side by side, they're not actually going into each other, one after the other. So, right. Let's go through the tone stack for you really, really quickly. Middle. The bass. Lots of different bass here, go through the treble. Doesn't sound too sharp to me. It doesn't sound too like there's too much treble there at all. It's really, really awesome. It sounds lovely here in the studio. Last thing to show you is how much reverb it's got. Now, this is from their Secret Path pedal. So make it really, really wet. Or have it almost completely off, but that's pretty cool. It's lovely. It sounds like it's a little bit springy or something. This is a cracking little LANEY amp, 60 watts. You can run it direct from the back with a speaker emulated output with an XLR cable, or you can just plug it into any bloody cabinet you want. So this is awesome. It looks terrific. It sounds terrific. So I mean, if you're going to rehearsal or you're in the recording studio or you just want to practice with headphones on, I mean, this thing does absolutely everything. And it's tiny, it's really light. I don't know if you can see my hand there. That's my hand. It's I should have a Boss pedal or something to compare it against, but it is really small. But I'll tell you what, it absolutely packs a punch. So thank you, LANEY, for sending us this. We'd like to thank LANEY very, very much for supporting the channel. It's really nice to have you guys on board. I know you sent us a couple of pedals already to have a look at, but it's really nice for you guys to send us an amp to have a play around with. So hopefully I've covered all the features for you. There is a lot packed into this tiny little amp. So anyway, get down to your local guitar shop. If you're here in Australia, get down to your local guitar shop and ask for one. I'm very sure you won't be disappointed and you'll be able to find somewhere to slot it into your array of amps. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. If you've got this far, well done. It's been a pretty long fucking video, so even I'm bored. So give us a thumbs up and a like, and we really appreciate your time. And we anything you do to help the channel out is greatly appreciated. So thank you. We'll see you in the next video. And bye.